All right. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our December 1st Team Huddle. I am, in case there's anybody on here or watches our recording, I am Regional Vice President Kim Cardenas, and I am excited to begin January with you guys. January is an explosive month in December. And if any of you guys are on social media and are friends with a lot of Arbonne gals across the nation and across the pond, you will see that there are tons and tons of promotions going on, and especially to the regional vice president and national vice president level. I mean, Arbonne is truly exploding, and so it is a great, great time to be a part of this amazing business. So first of all, I wanted to start out tonight with congratulations for a fantastic November. I haven't posted it yet on our team Facebook page, but I'll get those up either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. But just to let you guys know, we as a region did 56,617. So that is a great, great month for us as a region. So super excited about that. And that's, you know, all of us working together. So thank you guys so much for working your businesses really hard. I'm going to go ahead and take a second here real quick and make sure everybody is muted so the recording comes out good. All right, so that's that was our month as a region. So I want to recognize our new district managers in qualification. That is Stephanie, Emily, Nicole, Jill, and Danelle. So congratulations, all of you guys, for getting into district manager qualification. All right. I also want to recognize we have a new area manager in qualification, and that is Laura Lockwood. So super excited. And I know she wanted to be on here tonight, but she has a very, very sick baby boy. So she's really taking care of him tonight. And then also I wanted to congratulate Brenda again on a super month. She did halfway to region again. And so what that means is her business is rock solid. She is rock solid on that halfway to region. And then now she's growing past the halfway point, and she will be region in 2020. So super excited for Brenda, super proud of Brenda for building such a strong region to be. All right, then wanted to congratulate our bonus earners. So we had consultant bonus earner was Stephanie. We had district manager bonus earners Sherry, Laura, Stacy, Brenda, and myself. And then area manager bonus earner was myself. And just to let you guys know, I was 3,000 away, actually less than 3,000 because we were 56. So I was 2,400 away from region bonus. Oh my gosh. But you know, I had a sick puppy last night putting up my tree, and you guys all worked everything you worked. And I mean, we just what that 24 represents, that's one new business builder. That's what that 24 represents. One new person on my team. Guess what I'm going to really work hard on this month? That one new person, because one new person could have put me over the edge, you know, to that region bonus. And so that's just super exciting. So it's all about growth. It's all about growth. And our sponsoring was awesome. I actually got a call from our National Vice President, Georgie, today, and she called to congratulate me, and so that is us, on our sponsoring numbers for November. I do believe, I mean, she didn't actually say it, but I do believe we were the top sponsoring region in Georgie's nation. So everyone, that is awesome that we were that. And there, she was calling to ask me to train tomorrow night on sponsoring, and so, you know, when you get that call to train, that means you did it very well, right? So it means our team did it very well. But I'm not training on sponsoring. I'm going to train on something else, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. So our sponsoring numbers were great. And what does sponsoring mean? Sponsoring means growth. And if you want to promote to the next level, it's all about sponsoring new business builders, but also sponsoring preferred clients, because preferred clients is your foundation, is your monthly, is your monthly commissions. We've got to sponsor preferred clients, but sponsoring business builders is your growth of your team. That's where you promote. And so we've got to do both. We've got to sponsor preferred clients and consultants to have well-balanced businesses. All right, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is I wanted to talk about December goals. It's December 1st, and what do we do at the first of the month or the very end of the previous month, the end, because I did talk to you guys a little bit last week on, figuring out what your goals were in December. So now it's time to really crystallize those December goals. What do you want? Where do you want your business to be? So I'm just going to tell you where you want your business to be. You either want to be getting into qualification, or you want to be finishing qualification, or you want to be both bonusing. What I want you to do is I want you to get into qual and bonus, or I want you to finish qual and bonus. But it's get into qual, finish qual, bonus, and we have something special this month, and it is the Arbonne incentive trip was announced, and so we actually get to earn double QV this month. And I'm not going to explain that anymore tonight, because that is what I'm training on tomorrow. As I will be talking about how to earn the Arbonne incentive trip to Atlantis. That was the first Arbonne incentive trip I earned, was to Atlantis. I don't know how many years ago. That was like 7 years ago, six or 7 years ago, I earned a trip to Atlantis with Arbonne, and I got to take my husband, got to take my son, and so now every Arbonne incentive trip, Cross always says, do I get to go? Because we were talking about this last night over the dinner table, and he was like, oh, I'm like, sorry, it's in October, and besides, you've moved out of the house, and once you move out of the house, you don't get to go anymore. I was just joking, but anyway. But the trips are always in October. So the Arbonne incentive trip will be in October, but we get December through May to earn it. And I will go into more detail about earning it. But what I want you to know, your goal in December should be, number one, registering for it, because you have to register for it to accumulate the double QV. Okay, so you go on your page and you'll see the banner there that says register for AIT. All right, so our goals, get into qual, finish qual, bonus, and AIT, we have to have a roadmap on how to get there, how to reach these goals. It's just like if I was driving to Dallas and I didn't put on my GPS, or I didn't get out a map and plan how I was going to drive, I wouldn't end up in Dallas. Who knows where I would end up? So the same thing is with your goals. You can say all day and all night, I want to be a district manager, I want to be an area manager, I want to be a regional vice president. But if you don't plan it out how you're going to get there, you're not going to get there. So you actually have to have a roadmap to get to the goal that you want. So how do you come up with a roadmap? Well, the first thing is you have to do the right things. And so I'm not going to go over this in detail. Well, I am going to go over it in a little bit of detail. But I will tell you, we're going to get a training tomorrow from Ashley Armstrong, and she's going to talk about doing the right things, okay? So tonight is like a lead up to tomorrow's nation training, just a little preview. All right, so you have to do the right things, in your roadmap. You have to do those things, those particular things every month to reach your goals. So do the right things. Now, I do know that there are some people, and I believe Ashley, in our nation that are also using what's called an IPA binder, an income producing activity binder. I did not institute that in our team. We used a binder several years ago. It was great, but it found it cumbersome. New consultants ended up not using it. We ran off all this paper, blah, blah, blah. It has some good information in it. The income producing binder, IPA binder, is on our nation page in the file. So if you want to go and look it up, absolutely do. But I just want to caution you on one thing. We have tons of tools in Arbonne, tons of tools, but if you don't use the tools, or if you look at too many tools, you get overwhelmed and you don't do anything. So what I instituted several months ago, you guys know what I'm getting ready to say, our daily method for success. It's a one-page tool, so simple. And we have to keep things simple because our lives are already crazy enough. And so when we're talking about in the Cardenas region, we're talking about do the right things. We're talking about the daily method for success. These are the right things. And if you do these things daily, your business is going to grow. But you have to do the things, right? You have to do the right things. And one of the things you'll see that's not listed on here is scrolling through Facebook, okay? That's not listed on here. It's scroll through Facebook. You can use Facebook as a tool, but if you spend an hour scrolling, how much time are you going to have to actually do the right things? Not very much time. So it's all about discipline. All about discipline, disciplining yourself. If you need to use Facebook to find somebody to send a message, then do that and don't scroll through, okay? You know, it's all about discipline. Use your Facebook as a tool, your Instagram as a tool, but don't spend your time scrolling because then you don't have time to do the right things. All right. So when we do our daily methods for success, the goal of the daily method for success is to get in front of 40 people every month, because we know that getting in front of 40 people every month is the number of people we need to share the products in the business with that will grow our business. So we also have a sheet that has 40 faces on it, 40 places for you to write people's names, okay? And so what is a face? A face is an actual conversation, a back and forth conversation you're having with somebody. It can be texting back and forth. It can be messaging back and forth. It can be a verbal back and forth, but it can't be somebody you just send a text to and they don't respond. That's not a face. A face is somebody you've engaged in a conversation about the Arbonne products or the Arbonne opportunity, okay? So what I like to do is I take my daily method for success sheet and I staple these together, okay? And so I do this and I use the back of my daily methods for success to take notes. But when I've had a conversation with somebody, I flip it over and I write their names down. That way I know if I'm having 40 conversations a month, because if I'm actually only having 20, then I know why my business is not growing, okay? So you have to keep track of the number of faces. And I've not emphasized this lately, and I've seen in talking to you guys individually that we're not as a whole talking to 40 faces every month. And so we have to talk to 40 faces. So you have to do both of these. You have to do your methods for success, and you have to do your 40 faces. You have to do both of them if you want to have a growing, successful business. All right, so getting in front of 40 faces every month. So let's talk about December. So when I looked at my December calendar, I saw that I have 22 working days in December, okay? I didn't count any of my Sundays, and I didn't count the whole week of Christmas, okay? So after that, I came up with it. I have 22 working days. Now, that doesn't mean I'm spending 8 hours those days working Arbonne. It means I am going to do my daily methods for success for 22 days. So you will bet when January 1 rolls around, I will have 22 daily methods of success filled out, okay? Because I have a goal to reach, and I know that my goal is dependent on me doing the daily methods of success for 22 days, and then that's going to get me in front of or having 40 conversations, okay, with people. All right, so if I work 22 days out of the month, and the most important part of our daily methods for success, now it's all important because this means you're a well-rounded consultant. If you're doing all this, you're going to be a well-rounded consultant. You're going to be doing all the things. But there are 2 parts on here that are the very most important. So if you can't fill it all out, you need to be doing 2 of it. And the first one is 3 new asks a day. So if I do 22 days, and I do 3 new asks for 22 days, I did the math, that's 66 asks I will have done. Okay, that's asks. That's not faces. That's 66 asks that I've put out there because I've sent out 3 asks. And what are my asks? I'm asking people to take a look at the business. And when I'm asking them that, I'm asking them to jump on a dream team call. I'm asking them to meet me one-on-one. I'm asking them to go to a DA or Discover Arbonne, or I'm asking them to watch a video. Okay. So when I'm asking people to take a look at the business, those are the asks I'm doing. Or I'm asking people to attend an event. So either come to a healthy happy hour or come to a party or an open house that I'm having or that somebody is hosting for me. All right. Or I'm asking people to take the gold bag and sample it for 3 days. That's the RE9 set. Or I'm asking people to jump on our 30 days to healthy living. And if I'm asking them to jump on a 30 days to healthy living, I'm generally sending them a video, or I'm asking them to watch a video, a video to send them, or I'm going to meet with them on a Zoom and tell them about our 30 days to healthy living, or have a phone conversation with them. All right, so I'm asking them to jump on our 30 days to healthy living, or I'm asking them to host. So those, when on your daily method for success, when it says 3 new asks, those are the asks, okay, that you're asking for. All right, and so it can be any combination of any of those. But I highly recommend you do a lot of take a look at this business ask, because again, that's how you grow your team. All right, so if I have 66 asks, about a third of them is going to be a positive answer. Yes, I will do whatever you ask me to do. So let's say that's 22, okay? So that's 22 conversations. That's 22 faces I can put on here. If you're at a party, a healthy happy hour, and you're talking, and you have 3 or 4 guests there, that's 3 faces, okay? That's 3 asks, because you're asking people at an event, you're asking them to try the products, to get on the 30 days to healthy living, or to join your team. So those are asks. So when you do that in a group, you're spending less time talking to, than you would individual people. All right, so 22 conversations out of my 66 asks, so that's 22 people's names I get to put on my 40 faces sheet. All right, so the second most important part of your daily method for success is your 3 follow-up asks. So this is for all the people who ghosted you. This is for all the people in the past months who said maybe, or they never got back to you, or the conversation just dropped, or somebody in your family, just somebody that you've talked to Arbonne about, is a follow-up ask. You're following back up with them to take another look, to try again. You're following up in the conversation. So that on here, that's 3 every day you work your business. So again, that's going to be 66 asks over 22 days. So generally in your follow-up ask, you get about 10 more people to finally come through and go, okay, you caught me at a good time. Yes, I'm going to attend. I'm going to do this. So that is 10 more names I get to put on my 40 faces sheet. So that's 32 faces, okay, because I've had 32 conversations. And then the last 8 can come from just the people that you see in and about your everyday business. Whatever you do, you're at the ball games, you're at the grocery store, wherever you are, and you strike up a conversation about Arbonne, or that impromptu one-on-one appointment, you meet somebody for coffee, or you're going out on a girls' night with the girls, and then you happen to bring up Arbonne and you have a conversation with them about trying the products or taking a peek. You actually have to do an ask for them to be a face, okay? And so that last 8 for your 40 faces can be just what you do out in 31 days in December. So that is just an example of how using your daily methods of success will result in you having 40 conversations with people over the month of December. All right, so now let's talk about the Arbonne promotions this month. So the first thing they have is 20% off all holiday until it's gone. Oops, I hit my button, sorry. All right, so 20% off all holiday until it's gone, and it will probably be gone by the end of this week. So get on selling the holiday. And then tomorrow is a big day. It is Cyber Monday. 20%, not 20%, free shipping on any size order. And this is for preferred clients and independent consultants. And for all of you guys who have consultant consumers, this is huge, huge, because they always have to pay shipping, always. This is an opportunity for you to contact them and say, grab that protein powder, grab that last minute Christmas gift, it's free shipping, and you get your 35% off. And then anything else that you personally want to throw in there. And remember, whatever you offer personally, you can't put on Facebook. The only thing that you can advertise on Facebook out to public is what Arbonne's promoting. If you're offering something separate, it has to be in your private Facebook group, or you have to do it through messaging. You can't put it out there for everybody to see. And that's just the way Arbonne keeps it fair for all consultants, because not everybody can offer 50% off, you know? I could offer 50% off. I've got a stock of things. I could offer that at a great discount, but some of you can't do that. So I'm not allowed to put that on Facebook, okay? So if I'm offering my own specials, it has to be in my own private Facebook group, or I have to do it individually messaging. I can't put that out for everybody. All right, so back to tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day. Instead of sending out 3 new asks tomorrow, I would pretty much bet that I will send out at least 50 new asks tomorrow, at least 50, because I want people to take advantage of that free shipping, because it's gone after tomorrow, okay? So I want to be sure I'm using that promotion that Arbonne is putting out there, so the free shipping, and then the 20% off a holiday, and then any other type of special that you want to create on your own. But just remember, you have to share that privately. And if you're a new consultant on our teams and you don't know what that is or what you could do, ask your sponsor and she will help you create some specials that you can afford and that you can do. All right, so your December goals, your roadmap, and be sure you share your goals and your roadmap with your sponsor or with someone in your upline so that they can help keep you accountable and help show you the way, okay? Because remember, we are better together. And so when you share it with your upline and with your sponsor, you're more apt to be able to accomplish it. All right, that's it. That's what I have for tonight. And Brenda has asked to share some things tonight. So I remember, guys, I love it when you text me and you call me and you say, I would love to train tonight. I love it. So feel free. Anytime you have something that you just feel like needs to be shared with everybody, volunteer it up, because I'm all about sharing the screen. All right, Brenda, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Kim. Something really hit me this last month, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. 2 things. And I've talked to Salence and Stephanie as they started going, and they have the same, frustrations and the same little issues that we do, whether you're a district manager, RVP, or an area manager. So I really started thinking about what I did, what's really helped me in my business, and there was two things. One was validation, and one was patience, which is not my strong suit. The validation point, this is true with a spouse, with a child, with a client. If they say, I can't do this, or I can't afford it, or my time, I don't want to do it, don't argue with them, because it puts them completely on the defense, completely, and then you're in an adversarial thing. So if somebody says to me, I can't afford it, I'll say, hey, I get it. I can understand that. At first I thought it was really expensive too, or I just don't have time. I get that. Try to weave in dialogue after that. Now, you're still going to get some pushback, and of course, you won't get 100% at all, but it takes it out of that adversarial spot at the very beginning. The other thing I've learned is if you need scripts, it always helps me to listen to, when I'm getting ready, putting on makeup or unloading the dishwasher, I'll listen to Donna Johnson SoundClouds all the time. And I'll hear something, and I'll just talking about. Okay, it says my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, try not to move around too much.
Okay. Okay. I'll move. Okay. Let's see. So, try that and seek that, like when you're doing your, Sherry's laughing. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay.
All right, you're in and out, but you're doing pretty good. We're catching you more than not.
Okay. Okay, so the next topic is patience. How appropriate. Today I watched, was fun. I watched the Broncos with the Chargers. The Chargers lost, and I watched the quarterback go off the field. He has to shake it off. He's got to go out and play next week. What do you think? I mean, it's just, sometimes we think our business is not like anybody else's, and I got a lot of no's, and I didn't win today, and this and that. I mean, it's part of life. And I think the more that we really look at it that way, that everybody has the same kind of struggles, it's just a little bit different. So be patient with yourself as you go through this. This is a long-term business. I had about 3 or 4 people this month that I wanted to sign up as a preferred client or consultant. And Brenda, I really want to look at it. I really do, but I got family coming in. I got Thanksgiving. And I'm not one to really push them. I will follow up. I'm not pushy, but I'm persistent. I'll make sure I follow up with them, but I had to let it go to December now. But yay, it's December. So be patient. It's sometimes if your numbers just aren't quite what you want, just know that. And we say it over and over, but it's so true. Productivity is 60 to 90 days behind activity. So just try to be patient. That wonderful book, Get Over Your Damn Self, she really talks about that and following up, and she has some great scripts as well. And Kim talked about the 40 faces and how critical that is. Somebody said something, I can't remember, it was like a month or so ago. If you're not hitting your goals, you're not in front of enough people. And I went, ouch. And I'm sure probably we all kind of squirmed a little bit on that one. I think it was actually Cecilia that said that. It's going to happen. And the 40 faces, because you're not, I mean, if you get all 40, wow, you'll be an MVP. But the odds are you're not going to probably get all 40 people. I did a presentation this last month, and I got 16 names, email addresses. I sent out samples. I called, I follow up, I texted. I got one as a PC. It's the numbers game. I didn't feel like I had a loss. Hey, that's one more than I would have had if I hadn't have done it. And it also gave me experience. So be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up so much. I mean, we're our own worst enemy. I really do think sometimes. So just stay the course. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. This is a long-term business, but you know what? It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So I just wanted to share that with you because it was really was on my heart this last month.
Thank you, Brenda. And absolutely, yeah, patience. You got to stay the course. Got to stay the course. It took me years, several years, and I can't even remember now. What? 5 years, 6 years before I reached MVP, RVP, and see, yeah, MVP 2020, guys, MVP 2020. But it took me years to, several years to get to RVP. But I will tell you, and if you see the momentum in Arbonne, if you see it on social media, it's time to grab a hold of it, because people are promoting quicker. Because Arbonne, I mean, guys, y'all wouldn't even recognize what Arbonne looked like 5 years ago. I mean, it does not even look the same. I mean, the products, we have some of the same products. We got lots of newer products and more innovative products now, but we would go 6 months without new products. We would go 8-10 months without new products, and we just had the same things and we wouldn't get monthly specials. Arbonne didn't send out monthly new things for us to work with. We had the same thing over and over. There was just nothing new. When December came, we had AIT and we had Cyber Monday and all that, but almost through the whole rest of the year, we didn't have things. Arbonne didn't have specials for us. Arbonne is growing to be a bigger and better company, and that's why we are growing bigger, better, and quicker. And so, you know, you don't have to wait 5 or 6 years to promote to the VP level. And as you see on social media, I mean, people are doing it in 6, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. I mean, it is your journey. It's whatever you want to be. It's however you want to work your business, how much time you want to devote to it, how many people you're going to talk to. Some of these young people who are in Arbonne, why do they promote so quickly? It's because they live in a social network. I mean, I don't live in that social network, but if you're in your early 20s and you're going out and seeing people all the time, guess what you're talking about all the time? How many conversations, how many 40 faces sheets do you think you can fill out if you live in a dorm in a college? You know, or because you're talking to people, you're seeing people every day, and you're going to be telling them about what you love. So, you know, if you're not seeing that many people, we have to get out. We have to make a point of it to get out and talk to people. So it doesn't mean that we can't. There are many people who are just like us who are promoting very quickly also, but it's because they're utilizing the tools that Arbonne is giving them, and they're getting out of their comfort zone. They're getting out on that skinny branch, and they're asking everybody that they know and that they come into contact with to take a look at this Arbonne business. So you can also do it too. All right, so in closing, just want to remind you, for anybody who wants to join our book club, we will be jumping back on here at 8:45. We can't stay on because I have to close off the recording, and then we'll jump back on at 8:45. Yes, Renee.
Just have a quick question.
Yes.
So the specials with the 20% off holiday, that's it on top of our 35% off?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then what was the other thing? Was that and oh God, my brain. It'll come to me probably during book club.
Okay, no problem. We're not quite.
Oh, wait, here's what it was. Do you think that they're gonna have a crazy like website issues or anything because of this, or not really? Because it's not new products.
No, because it's not new products.
Okay.
No, there'll be. I doubt. No, there won't be any website issues tomorrow. Tara,
I have a question.
Yes.
The free shipping, so that will be for new signups as well.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the PCs will get free shipping at $150, but the consultants, if they get like one ASVP,
Yeah,
free shipping.
Yes.
Just tomorrow.
Just tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow's the day. So that's why I said, if you have any iffies, people, tomorrow's the time to contact them, because it is free shipping. I mean, when we had Black Friday, it was free shipping and free sign up. I mean, that's why I was texting everybody, because that was an amazing deal. But tomorrow we have free shipping for the Cyber Monday. Anybody else have any questions? All right, so book club right after this, 8:45. And then just in close, I just want to ask you a question. You know, how do you choose to end 2019, and how do you choose to begin 2020? Because you know how you end 2019, your business 2019 will be how you begin 2020. So if you decide to take a vacation out of your Arbonne business, from your Arbonne business in December, when you go to begin in 2020 at the 1st of January, you're going to have to rev back up, you know? And so you're going to miss the biggest month of momentum if you're taking a break in December, because our biggest month besides, but actually November, we had the biggest month yet for Arbonne, and we'll see what December holds. So December with double points is generally the biggest month, so we'll see what that happens. But January falls right behind that because of all the people doing the 30 days to healthy living. Okay, it is huge. So if you take December off and you decide not to contact anybody and you decide to work your business in January, to start working your business in January, you're already behind. So you will miss all of those people who have already found a plan, something to do in January to get healthy. Okay, so my recommendation is, don't take the whole month of December off. Be sure you are building up to a huge beginning to 2020. And 2020 is going to be a big year for Arbonne. It's the 40th anniversary. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the real first year that Groupe Roger has really the ability to put their imprint on Arbonne. And we already know that that's huge, because they're the reason we've seen all of these great specials for the last year. And it is because of this amazing company. So Arbonne is exploding in growth. Don't miss December as an opportunity to get in big momentum with your business. So, you know, be a part of it. Be a part of all this craziness, all this crazy momentum, because there is nothing more fun than having a business in momentum. But you got to get there. And what does it take to get there? It takes doing the right things every day that you work your business. So thank you guys all for jumping on tonight. I hope to see all of you guys on our book club. But remember, book club is not mandatory. Nothing's mandatory in Arbonne. We are a volunteer army. But if you want to join us in the book club, I would love to see your beautiful faces on here in just a few minutes. So, all right, guys, I will jump back on. We'll stop the recording, and then we'll jump back on in about 5 minutes. So good night, everyone.